knows what we need to do, and we need to tell the nation right now, because there are people who feel helpless. There are people who feel scared. There are people who feel like showing up doesn't make a difference. But you know all of this matters. You know, what do we do when they try to trample our rights? What do? We show up. When they try to steal the election, what are we going to do? When they declare illegal wars, what do we do? Now, I want to tell you about some people who are showing up right now today for this No Kings community. There are thousands of volunteers who have given tens of thousands of hours to be safety officers, marshals, who are making sure that our events today reflect the peaceful democracy of harmony and love that we want to see in America today. I want them to hear you coast to coast. Thank you, volunteers, for all you're doing to make No Kings happen. Thank you for showing up.
Brothers and sisters and friends, my name is Rob Weissman. I'm with Public Citizen. You beautiful and heroic people showed our country and reminded the world that the opposite of authoritarianism is not just justice and democracy and freedom. It's also solidarity and community and love and neighbors. And persistence. And now, as we rally here, 100,000 or more strong and across the nation in the largest day of protest in American history, we have to persist. We have to persist to end this illegal, unconstitutional, and devastating war on Iran, and make sure that Congress does not give a penny more to pay for or extend this war. We have to persist to make sure we have free and fair elections, that everyone can vote, and that all the votes are counted. And we have to persist to win our yes agenda. Yes to health care for all. Yes to tax the rich. Yes to the clean energy revolution. Yes to overturn Citizens United. Yes for a living wage. Yes to make sure every person has the right to organize into a union. Yes to make sure there is equality for every human being living in the United States, whatever their status, whatever language they speak, whatever their gender. Now say this with me, my friends. Say this with me. No kings, no ice, no war.
No kings, no ice, no war.
Democracy is what we're fighting for.
Democracy is what we're fighting for.
No kings, no ice, no war.
No kings, no ice, no war.
Justice is what we're fighting for.
Justice is what we're fighting for.
No kings, no ice, no war. Healthcare and human rights and dignity and freedom and love and peace is what we're fighting for. No kings, no ice, no war.
No kings, no ice, no war.
No kings, no ice, no war.
Hey, and I'm Leah's husband, Ezra. This is our wedding anniversary.
And we are proud to support a movement of thousands of local indivisible groups across the country building power on their home turf, including the incredible groups of Minnesota. Now, today is historic. We are seeing 3,300 protests across every state and congressional district in America standing up to say we have no king. But Minnesota, of all people, you know that it takes more than one day of protest to defeat fascism. It is going to take relentless, determined, creative organizing to protect our neighbors and to stand for our rights. The nation learned that from you. We learned it from every Minnesotan who stood up to protect their neighbors. We learned it from everyone who went out after the shootings, the murders of Alex Petty and Renee Good, from everyone who came out after the murder of Melissa Hortman to say that fear won't win, hate won't win, that in Minnesota you protect your neighbors and you stand up for democracy.
Woo.
Now, if there is anything we know about would-be dictators, it is that when they start to lose their grip, they get even more dangerous. They escalate, they invade, they attack. Donald Trump is facing down a midterm election that he knows he is going to lose because people hate this mad king business.
Woo.
And so what is he going to do? He's going to try to steal it. But he's going to fail because we are going to stop him.
That's right.
Woo.
So for the 100,000 Twin Cities residents in the crowd right now, we have an ask to share on behalf of our friends at Indivisible Twin Cities. Text pledge 30319. Text pledge to 30319 to take the Pledge of Resistance with Indivisible Twin Cities and say you're ready to show up and mobilize in the event of election sabotage.
Woo.
Sorry, folks, I'm back. This is the largest protest in Minnesota history. Good job, everybody. Now, if you know anything about Indivisible, we have a real bias towards action. So we're going to give you some actions. Leah just gave you one action for everybody in the Twin Cities. There are millions of people watching now. And for the millions of people around the country, around the globe, we've got to work in concert with the Minnesotans. When Trump tries to sabotage the midterms, we need to match the depth of the organizing that we've seen here in Minnesota with the breadth of the organizing we're seeing all over the world for No Kings 3. So what does that mean? Let's get specific. I want everybody here to put this on your calendar. The next major national action of this movement is not just going to be another protest. It is a tactical escalation. An escalation. It is an economic show of force inspired by Minnesota's own Day of Truth and Action. We all saw this. Thousands of teachers and nurses, community leaders, faith leaders showing up in sub-zero temperatures, showing this state that they were not going to put up with business as usual while a secret police goon squad was murdering Americans in the streets. We need to do that nationally, y'all. We need to do that all over the country. So on May 1st, on May Day, across the country, we are saying no business as usual. No work, no school, no shopping. We're going to show up and say we're putting workers over billionaires and kings. Minnesota, we cannot thank you enough for the courage you've displayed, for the instruction you have given. We are going to build on that courage, on that sacrifice, on that dedication, on that organizing. We are going to demonstrate that regular people are the single greatest threat to fascism in this country. It's up to all of us to walk that path. So say it with me as we heard from Rob. No kings, no ice, no war. 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 How many kings? How many kings? Damn right. See you May 1st.
Keep it going! These folks are not messing around! All right. We're going to do a redo. Because I was out of order, and now I'm back in order. It's hard. This is hard, y'all. You know, brain fog, old, menopause. Give me a break. now we're going to really, I'm just going to read it again because the importance of this next speaker is really incredible. A healer, a singer, member of the Ojibwe Nation, here to perform a healing song that she wrote in the Ojibwe language 10 years ago. And it is so special because this is the first time the song will be performed outside of the Indigenous community. So please, let's start now. Welcome to the stage, Doreen Day Wamanukwe. Doreen Day Wamanukwe, let's hear it! Bonjour, Indinawe Gani Dog. Wabanokwe Indishinakaz, Wabajeshi and Tu Dame, Aberdeen Aikwa Kape Medeo. Anishinaabe Wa King. Our ancestors are always with us. This is a healing song for all of those that have suffered during this time. Go no Jimoyan Ijibimosed no Jimoyan Ijibimosed Ijibimosed Go Messina no Jimoyan Ijibimosed no Jimoyan Ijibimosed 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 no Jimoyan Ijibimosed Ijibimosed no Jimoyan Ijibimosed no Jimoyan Ijibimosed Ijibimosed Doreen Day Wamanukwe! So y'all, being that a big part of this day is a tribute to all of you, we have another video from another super dope person who couldn't be here but wanted to lend his voice in a sort of montage of all of the great work that you did. There will not be enough dildo throwing in this video, I will warn you, but that's just the world we live in. I'm so sorry. So please take a look at yourselves and see how amazing it really is.